Today on Sonoran Living Live, Luminous, healthy, glowing skin. The best way to get it just in time for your holiday party. Hey, good morning to you and welcome to Sonoran Living Live. I'm Stephanie Sandoval. How's your morning starting out? Are you awake yet? Are you awake? Have you had that coffee? Well, I haven't. Maybe I need to wake up. I think I'm going to do that, trying to find out how I can make my skin look nice and glowing. What better way to start out the morning is looking good? You know, now is the time that we want to look and feel our best, and we want to walk in the room and have people go, wow, what'd you do? I haven't seen you in so long. And we can do just that with the help of Dr. Jennifer Lindner, who's here to talk a little bit about a new product that actually has never, ever been out, like, on the market before. Right.
Brand new ingredient.
Good morning, by the way.
Good morning.
A new ingredient.
New ingredient. Never seen the marketplace before. Undecanylphenolene. I know that sounds like a lot. Don't worry.
Can you say it twice?
I can if I keep going over and over again. The reality is it's mixed with a couple other active ingredients and has an overarching name called True Tone, which I like a lot better.
True Tone is a lot easier to get off the tongue. What does True Tone do? It addresses the dark spots, right?
Right. So what this does is it actually stops the hormone that starts making pigment right where we need it to, which is right on the skin. So what happens is over time, sun exposure, age spots, all those things we don't like, our skin starts to look duller and it starts to make pigmentation. And what this does, it actually starts to lift that pigmentation. And my favorite thing about it is in the short term, it brings an overall luminosity to the skin. So just a couple of days and your skin looks brighter and it shines and it lets off more light. It's just fantastic.
I want to take a look at some pictures because these are some pictures you provided for us with some before and after. What are we seeing on the left-hand side? First of all, I see that one dark spot.
Right, exactly. So this actually lifted that dark spot, and you can actually see the skin actually reflects light better because it's not just lifting that one spot, but all those little tiny little freckles and unevenness that most of us just don't like on our skin. And then on this one, you can see it's the dark spot in the forehead. I actually had a dark spot almost exactly like this on my skin before I started using PCA Skin. And that's how I found it in the first place, is it lifted my pigment. And that's why I brought it all to all of my patients.
But I do notice that she has like redness. Is that something we should be aware of?
So actually, that's just a little bit of background pigmentation that's left behind. That's just the TV that's bringing that out. Actually, there's no pinkness left behind. And this patient had pigment basically all over her face, and especially there in the center of her cheek. And with each of these pigments, we also combine this product with chemical peels, which is really the best way to lift pigment. But for those of us that don't have the dark spots or those really, like melasma, you can just bring luminosity.
Now, let's say we don't have melasma and we don't necessarily have these dark spots, but maybe somebody like me would want the glowing skin.
The glowing skin.
Can it not be good for skin that doesn't have those problems?
No, it's fantastic for everybody. My goal really with this product was to create something that's universal. In other words, all skin types, whether or not you're as fair as I am or you are dark, 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 you can still use this product, and it's good for all sensitivities as well.
How long before we start to see results?
Just a few days in terms of the glowingness of the skin, but if you're talking about lifting pigmentation, you usually need to give things months.
When you talk about that hyperpigmentation, what is it that causes it? Is there something that we're doing to mess our skin up?
Yeah.
I mean, us, obviously, the sun.
Well, one thing is sometimes we're unlucky just that we're women and we get pigmentation related to hormones, but the more common thing is actually sun exposure, which is, of course, something we always struggle with here in Arizona. So you should wear sunscreen every day if this is something you care about.
Where are the places besides the face that A, this product would work, and B, we might see the hyperpigmentation?
Hands. So
that's right.
If you hate those little brown spots in your hands, perfect solution.
So is this something that we can pick up and do at home, or is this something that you're going to be applying for us?
So this is actually a home product. I always want to try to get things out to more of the masses.
Right.
Usually you can find it in doctor's offices, like I carried, of course, in my own practice. You can find it at medical spas, and you can find it online with doctor's offices that carry products online to make things more convenient for their own patients.
Wow. I really got to say, I mean, I've tried more than a few of the PCA products. They simply do work.
They do work.
We have a lot of products on here, but these do work.
And that's really what's special about them. It's their science behind it. We really feel like if we're going to put something out in the marketplace, it has to solve a problem and make people's skins better and, more important, healthier.
You know what I also like about it, and I think it's worth mentioning during these times, is they're not terribly expensive.
No,
I mean, you'll pay more money at some of the, with the fancy-dancy products that you find at the major department stores.
Absolutely, because the reality is if you can't get it to everyone, then it doesn't really solve a problem. This one, incredibly inexpensive.
Yeah, I second that. It's true. Thank you so much for coming in.
My pleasure.
It's always such fun to learn. and also learn about a great new product, you can get in contact with Dr. Jennifer Lindner. If maybe there's something else you're dealing with or you're struggling with your skin, or you just want her to, kind of take a look at where you're going and how you're aging, she can do that as well. We've put all of her information on SonoranLiving.com. All right, coming up next, great ideas for stocking stuffers for everybody on your list, including your pets. We'll come back with more in just a minute.